The IX12 starting up. Got a cool little screen on it here when it's booting up. Android from back in the day. Transmitter works good as a transmitter. If you're wanting to use it for the Android portion of it, it's going to be on the slow side. It's time to update our SPEKTRUM IX12, and I figured I would show you guys how we go about doing it. SPEKTRUM sends out updates from time to time. They sent out updates for our transmitters, 6 or 7 months ago at first, so that our transmitters could see the data that the SkyID module could send to our transmitters if we wanted to see the data. And then they came out with some updates directly after it for the new AS3X Plus and the NX Transmitter Plus lineup. If you have an NX, say a 6, for example, you can update it and get the 14 channels, kind of like the NX6 Plus models have. We've already done that update video a while back. Now, let's update the IX12. This one operates a little bit different. Let me show you. Okay, so this transmitter here is older, but it's still in service through SPEKTRUM. They're selling their certified pre-owned IX12s. This transmitter has a Android system in it. Think about your first Android smartphone you got 20 years ago. That is basically what the operating system is. Let me show you a screen real quick that you will probably recognize. Ooh, I bet you've seen that before. Probably on your first smartphone. So these transmitters don't operate all that fast as far as this screen. If you want to go to Google, if you want to look at your pictures, the Play Store, all that stuff. It does all that stuff like your smartphone did 20 years ago. Now technology is, so much better than it was here, but it's still a good platform for our IX12 radios. So when you update these, you go through the Google Play Store. So let's just see what kind of Airware we have in it right now. I just clicked on the Airware, and now it's going to pull up the screen that we all recognize on our transmitters. And you can see how long these things take. So if you think that you are wanting an IX12, if you're not in a huge hurry, then you could probably have a lot of fun with these transmitters. So let's go down here to System Settings, just like in our other transmitters. And we'll see what it has in it right now. Product information. I can also project this up on my TV, which we've done in the past, and we'll do again in the future. But right now, we'll update it directly on the transmitter. Obviously, you'll need to have it connected to your internet. The operating system inside this, like we just talked about, is older. So it's possible that your internet router is sending out a signal that is a little too far advanced for this transmitter. You can change those settings fairly easy where your IX12 will see the signal. I happen to have T-Mobile, and you go to the T-Mobile Internet app, and therefore the app on your phone controls my internet gateway box. And then I just changed a few of the settings real quick just to lower the security. And then bada bing, bada boom, it was connected to the internet. So right now we can see the serial number, and it says app version of the 1.1907, and firmware is 200.92. And it says my transmitter is registered. You have to have all your SPEKTRUM products registered to you so that you can get the most out of them. You can't get these updates unless the product is registered to you. Receivers, transmitters, speed controls, chargers, everything now has a computer built into them, and you can get updates. I've got several videos on updates, and we'll do several more in the future. I'm your Spektrum guy. I'm your electronics guy. We don't do much flying on camera. Pretty hard to film myself and fly. But I'm here to help us with all the electronic goodies under the hood. So we got a 200.92. So let's go update this guy. All right, I got it back to the main screen. Let's go. Let's open up the, we're going to refer to it as the dinosaur smartphone. Anybody ever heard of Cricket? This is like the phone that you get for free with Cricket. Down to the Play Store. You'll have to be logged into to Google in your account so you can access the Google Play Store. In the search box here, I'm going to type in Spektrum and see what we come up with. Oops. And this device is highlighted. And we've got the Spektrum dashboard. I think that's for the RC cars. And here we got Spektrum Airware for the iX20, iX14. There's the AS3X programmer. Spektrum mobile, the Spektrum DXE programmer. And I found it. I just scrolled down a little bit more and got to the iX12. And it says installed. Okay, so let's see if we have an update. And there is an update, and it says what's new. What's new? Last updated March 25th, 24. Various bug fixes. For full details, see the full changing log at Spektrum RC. Just where we've seen them before, where you go into the Spektrum website, and then you access My Spektrum. So that's where you would register all your products. First you go to the SpektrumRC.com, and then once you're inside that website, then you go to My Spektrum. So you would have your own My Spektrum, and I have my Spektrum, and that's where the list of your registered products are. So we're going to update this guy. Pending, and the circle is going round and round, and I'll be back as soon as it's done. All right, and we're back online. System settings, product information, 200.92. I'm not seeing much of an update here. Hang tight. I'm going to turn it off and on and see if that's what it takes for the update to take place. I'll be back in a second. While I'm closing everything out, see if this brings back memories on old phones for you guys. Little square right there. And then the little X's up here. There goes the Airware. Play Store. Google. Airware. There we go. Now, I'm going to turn this guy off. And power off. And that's what we got after I turned it off and on. An error occurred during the update process. Please power down the radio for 1 minute, then restart to complete the update. Okay, I'm going to do it again, guys. And this time I think I'm going to reboot it, maybe. Let's see, I'm holding the power button down, letting off. Reboot, it says it'll disable all the third-party apps you have installed. Okay, I might have to re-sign back into to Google. We'll see. Turn off RF. Channel process firmware needs to update. RF will be disabled temporarily. Okay. There we go. Updating the CP firmware to version 200.94. So it's going up it's going up just a little bit. But we are getting a successful update so far. Hey, all of you guys that may be new to my channel, hey, thanks for joining in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm getting back in the role of doing weekly videos. I've got lots of stuff planned. It's winter time, so it's indoor time and plenty of time to do some videos. We had our 5,000 subscriber jet giveaway a few weeks ago, and we gave away a jet from Motion RC, the Yak, and we also gave away a Hobby Zone Aero Scout ready to fly, and we will do it again at 20,000. So I think if we can keep up the same pace as we have been, we should hit that mark within a year, and maybe we'll give away 3 planes. So subscribe if you haven't. I would really appreciate that. I'm your Spectrum and electronics guy. Everything under the hood. Successful. In order to use the latest firmware, please quit and restart. So we're restarting and restarting and restarting. So let's see if we can open it again without having to physically restart. It didn't say to power down. It said to restart. Maybe the app. So if you're kind of confused on why I'm talking about apps and I'm referring to an old, smartphone, that the way this transmitter works is by the brain of the Android, of the older smartphone, we're calling this. Our transmitters nowadays, obviously are computerized and they have their brain to make it run. And this one is using the brain of Android. System settings. And my thing is not it's not my finger, and it's not this. Gotta let it think for a second. Think. And product information. And there we go. 200.94. So we finally got an update. Only took about 7 hours. And it is updated. Ooh, let's see how many channels there are. Was that in the update? So let's see here. I think we need to go to new setup probably. Obviously you can tell I don't use this much. So up here, apprentice. And we need to long press that to get out. There's my planes that I have in it. So let's go up here to the 3 dots and add a new model. Do we want the bind flies, a template, and a default? Let's do a default airplane. So let's just pick our acro here. Model set up. And channel assign. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So there's only 12 still. It did not update to the 14 or 20 channels or something that the other ones have. I think that's just going to be the NX series, because my DX transmitters did not get all those channels either. But 12 is still a pretty good bit. RX port assignment. Nope, just got the 12. Hey guys, thank you so much. So this can answer your question. If you were thinking about getting a IX12, keep in mind that it's pretty dang slow. As you can see now how we're using it, it goes pretty quick as far as the transmitter stuff. You know, the internet and the Play Store and all that stuff, that's going to be a little slow. Plus it could be my internet as well. I'm pretty close to where the signal's coming from for my gateway module. You know, but right now we're not using the internet, we're just using the transmitter portion of it. So let's go to the air tractor. Select activate. And now we could fly the air tractor. Let's say you flew a battery out of that, a couple. Now we want to fly the Edge 540. And it doesn't take all that long. But I wouldn't recommend, you know, using this to check your calendar for work or what have you. Even though all these apps are on there. Now, a lot of you people that are really into smartphones and technology and stuff, you would probably be fascinated and be curious about memory size and what operating system is in this thing and so on. But this is the basic screen from back in the day. About tablet. I keep referring to a phone. It's like a tablet. Let's see, additional system updates. Does the tablet have an update? About processors, got a quad core something. Android version 5.1.1. I don't know what that means, but I'm sure we're way above that now. Now, there's no updates because it doesn't even think about it. Hey, anyways, guys, hey, thank you. Make sure you're still subscribed, and subscribe if you haven't already. Until next time, you'll see something. You'll see something pretty cool. That's for sure.